This presentation will provide an overview of the Online Activities module and what functions are available to which officers. If you are viewing this as a YouTube presentation, you can pause the presentation by using the double line icon in the bottom left of the screen. If you are a new officer, you must be listed on your chapter's F7 or Federation's F7A to get access to the Online Activity module. The security architecture of the OAM is based upon that information being in the NARFE database. Remember the term key officer. Also, please remember that things change. The next slide will show you where you can find the most up-to-date information on access to the OAM and ORM. The screenshot above and to the left is the right side of the web page you will see after you click on Officer Resources. The button next to 1 takes you to the OAM. The button next to 4 takes you to the ORM. At this time, the ORM is also under the menu for the OAM. At a future date, access to the ORM will be removed from this web page. Note the Click Here links next to the two number 3s. This will display a list of officers who have access to the OAM and to the ORM. Please note that when you go to the OAM main menu, you will not see links to features unless you are authorized to use. This presentation, as well as others, can be found after clicking on the link next to number 2. In most presentations, we will be looking at web pages that will appear to chapter officers. The Federation reports are similar. Number 1, the software that controls the web pages will not display functions that you cannot perform. If you cannot update an F7, then you will not see that button. Number 2, the Online Report module, or ORM, provides reports that were developed prior to the OAM. These reports are being placed under the OAM menu and security system. At some future date, access to these reports under the older security system will be dropped and everyone will need access to them via the OAM. Number 3, the NARFE email system, or NES, is currently available to key officers and legislative officers only. Number 4, the ability to maintain a NARFE-hosted website is available to key officers and to the network coordinator. Again, if you see the F7 update button, then you probably have access. Number 2, the activity reports are where officers spend most of their time. These are reports that show membership activity. The officer roster report, number 3, shows the officers in your chapter, but can also display officers in other chapters within your Federation as well as Federation officers. Number 4, you can view all of the members in your chapter with the member roster. Only key officers can download data. The ORM contains older periodic reports, such as the financial reports. The NES is new. We anticipate that additional officers will be allowed to use the NES as NARFE gains more experience with it. If your chapter uses NARFE for web hosting, you can manage the site from here. If your chapter does not have a website, you may want to consider using the NARFE web hosting. The Online Activity module was created with the concept of specialized reports. All officers have access to most of the reports. When access is restricted, then it is a result of concern over your data. Please remember, the reports change all the time. If you see an error or out-of-date information in this presentation, please use the NARFE website to contact your CAB representative. There is a link to a document on the OAM documentation page that explains how to contact a CAB member.